In,
Thank you.
right of last retort.
Yes, thank you. Well, I'll try to make it brief. I was just going to answer what prompted this bill was during my little state senate election, let's see, who was it?
Microphone.
I'm sorry. United Steelworkers, it was SAEIU, and one other organization, which I forget, from New York, Chicago, and someplace else, Pennsylvania, had 28 people come out from the unions, and they gathered over the course of 3 weeks over 5,000, I think it was 5,500 ballots in Yuma County, and delivered them at 4:58 on the deadline, and those ballots had to be verified on the following by the following Monday. So, you're worried about the poll workers and such. They had to stay almost 24 hours. They had 4 or 5 people going 24 hours to go through 5,500 ballots to see which ones were real.
Mr. Chairman, to that point, Senator Shooter, my understanding is those weren't ballots; those were early ballot requests. So they submitted a significant number of requests to be put on the early ballots.
Yes,
and those did have to.
And they found out that, and you're right, they found out that I think something like almost 2,000 of them were invalid, so they weren't real.
And again, to Mr. Chairman, I think you're basing this bill on the fact that several thousand early ballot request forms were submitted on the deadline, right close to the deadline.
Well,
but they weren't ballots. So how does this bill address that?
They were carried around in trunks of cars and then done. Well, because it's that kind of behavior that I think people need to know about. I just think you need to be aware that certain people, and this goes across just in addressing that, Senator. Both parties do similar things, and so I don't care what party. I just think you need to be telling what you're doing, and that's all.
Okay.